dreamers, we love this time of year. It is the Halloween season, and there are so many incredible special events in Orlando. One of our favorites is Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Tim and I go every year, even though this one is a big scaredy cat. It is still a lot of fun. Halloween Horror Nights is a huge special event. Universal Studios actually closes down the park just for this event. It is super popular and can get very crowded. Today we're going to share 13 insider tips for your visit to Halloween Horror Nights. Our first tip is one I mention a lot in our Universal Orlando videos. Be sure you purchase your tickets before you leave home. Not only can a special event sell out, but the prices are much higher at the gates. Order your tickets before you leave home to save money and avoid waiting in long lines. You want to spend your night at HHN screaming, not waiting in ticket lines. Click the eye in the sky to pre-order your tickets with our favorite travel company at Destinations to Explore. Be sure you mention that Jones Family Travel sent you. When planning your visit to Halloween Horror Nights, consider the dates. Some nights are less crowded than others. Less crowded means shorter lines, which means more screams for you. Booking HHN in October is going to be a lot busier than September, especially near Halloween. Look at booking your ticket on a weekday versus a weekend. Sunday through Thursday will be less crowded than Friday and Saturday. One of the biggest surprises to a lot of annual pass holders and locals is the steep parking cost. Universal Orlando normally waives the parking fee after 6 p.m. However, during Halloween Horror Nights, you still have to pay for parking up to 10 p.m. So have your wallet ready when you pull into the parking lot. We are getting into potentially cooler weather in Orlando. However, it's still the peak rainy season. When you're packing for your Orlando vacation, check the weather. You want to make sure you have a light jacket or poncho if you need it. In addition, be sure you pack comfortable shoes. You will do a lot of walking during Halloween Horror Nights. Our next tip is eat before going to Halloween Horror Nights. This event runs from 6:30 p.m. to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning based on your date. You do not want to spend your time waiting for a table or eating dinner at a restaurant. Maximize your time by eating before you arrive. You will still find some spooky treats and drinks to enjoy during HHN, so be sure you check out some of those exclusive Halloween Horror Nights goodies. This special event runs from 6:30 p.m. until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. A lot of people tend to head out between 10 and 11 p.m. If you can stay until the park closes, you can avoid some of the crowds. Take a nap earlier in the day and try to close down the park. This is a great way to beat the crowds. My ultimate favorite tip for Halloween Horror Nights is the RIP tour. This is a private tour and it's an extra cost. The Universal Orlando tour guides take you through Halloween Horror Nights from house to house. You even go through the scare zones. They share all of the insider knowledge about the house, and you even jump to the front of the line. We love this tour. It is completely worth the price for any Halloween fans. We have taken the RIP tour many times over the years. It is the best way to experience all of Halloween Horror Nights and learn all about the behind the scenes. Hunted down and purged. Our next tip for Halloween Horror Nights is purchase the HHN Express Pass. If the RIP tour is not for you, but you still want to see all the haunted houses, you may want to buy this Express Pass.
Assassins from walkers and slashers.
This is like a Universal Express Pass, but for haunted houses. You get front-of-the-line access on the haunted houses and rides throughout Universal Studios. If you do want to see all the houses, this is a must Get Pass. Our next tip is don't skip out on the scare zones. One of my favorite parts of Halloween Horror Nights is the scare zones. These zones are scattered throughout Universal Studios. There is no wait and they're a lot of fun. Our next tip is get there early. Just like a regular day at the Universal Parks, you want to arrive to Halloween Horror Nights early. This special event starts at 6:30 p.m. If you only have a ticket for HHN, plan on arriving at least 30 minutes prior. You will have to wait until the event starts at 6:30, but you will get a head start on the event. My favorite way to experience Halloween Horror Nights is arriving during the day. We have annual passes so we can arrive to Universal around 3 o'clock and play at the park for the afternoon. We then pop over to a Stay and Scream location to get our tickets scanned and begin the evening of fun. This is one of our favorite ways to beat the crowds at the entrance and already be inside when the event starts. If you're staying at one of the Universal Orlando hotels, you can take advantage of the priority entrance gate. This is a special entrance just for resort guests. Halloween Horror Nights is such a popular event. However, you will not be able to see all of it in one night. Pick your favorite houses, scare zones, and rides before you leave home. If you arrive early and stay late, you may be able to get through a lot of your favorites in one night. Just be prepared because you will not be able to see all and do all unless you have the RIP Tour or Express Pass. Our next tip is leave the kids at home. There are plenty of Halloween activities in Orlando for families. Halloween Horror Nights is super scary. I even walked through a lot of the houses with my head down with the person in front of me leading the way. I am a big scaredy cat. Universal Orlando says this event is for children ages 13 and up. However, Kelly is almost 18 and I'm still hesitant for him to go to HHN for the first time. Don't bring the kids to this special event. Find another one better for the whole family. My final Halloween Horror Nights tip is for all those scaredy cats out there that got talked into going to HHN. Yep, that is me. Try to stay calm. The more you try to hide behind someone, run, or scream, the more fun it is for the actors. They will follow you just to try to scare you. If you stay calm and ignore them, they will leave you alone. This comes from years of learning the hard way. What did you think of our tips for HHN? If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, leave a comment below. What is your favorite house of all time? Thanks so much for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye. Love you all.